I would say stop dealing with your business as if it's a small business. You do not have a small business. You grow your business with the intention of manifesting your business at the greatest length. So, for example, if you feel like you have the capacity to grow a billion-dollar business within an industry, you grow your business with that intention. If you do this, you hire the right people, you work with the right suppliers, and you attract the right customers. If you grow in business for the sake of surviving or for money, as small businesses do, then you tend to want to go with the first supplier that comes your way without paying attention to the quality that they bring and the integrity of the supplier. If you grow in a small business, you tend to want to take any clients that has money and who is willing to pay and not reject those clients because you're actually trying to find a certain type of client. And if you continue to think of your business as a small business, you will not develop on your product or own your expertise. You may not want to fire somebody when they need to be fired or accept a resignation. The very first advice that I would want to give to somebody who has a small business is to stop thinking about your business as a small business. Sometimes, because we're so trapped in a poverty-stricken state, or a failure mentality, or a grab no mentality, we don't think about the future. And that could really cost us very, very big in business.
What advice do you have to the current business community in Grenada? What changes do you think they can make to modernize the structure of how things are currently being done? How could they improve their efficiency on a broad scale? Something that could be impactful tomorrow if it's implemented.
Okay, so the highest cost in CMOS production is manual labor. The plant is a very resilient plant. And literally wherever it is, it can grow. So most of the cost of the goods sold comes from humans actually planting the CMOS, harvesting the CMOS, cleaning the CMOS, packaging the CMOS. We lack machinery and technology to be able to do this, and that is something that everybody says, oh, we lack technology, we're not modern, but there are some simple processes that we can implement in the production process of CMOS that could allow the cost of goods sold to reduce. And so that can allow us to have a competitive price. We can lower the price. Okay, CMOS is a plant that grows naturally in the water. In fact, I put that plant in the water there and you literally have to do nothing with it. The plant absorbs all of the nutrients from its surroundings all over its body, and it's naturally very resilient. If we in the local community figure out a way that we can speed up the process, it doesn't have to be technology, but it can literally be something to pull the CMOS up, it might be something to hook the CMOS from, etc. Cost of goods sold for CMOS and the price that we offer, it doesn't match. Yeah, and then if you take that from our community and you go into the US, UK, Canadian community where they charge $25 per 2 ounces of CMOS, it does not match either. And the messaging of we are trying to get everybody healthy and we want everybody to access this one superfood that can give you 92 minerals out of 102 minerals, the messaging does not go along with the pricing that's offered in the market. Because the people who need CMOS is the people that don't have food. And they need that 2 scoops of CMOS in the morning time to give their kids so that their kids could operate in school all day. But they wouldn't be able to buy CMOS $25 for a mason jar of 16 ounces. And a 16 ounce mason jar, and lasts me 1 week if I'm eating it.